Alright, so I'm going to hit y'all with a little positivity here. Um, I have had really terrible insomnia, for the past like 10 months. And I haven't found any medicine that's been working and all this stuff. And so, um, sorry, I had to take a drink. I started doing my collages again, and which I used to do a lot. I was in art school for a minute, and I do a lot of mixed media. So, this is the one piece I did not all that long ago, a few weeks ago. It's kind of big. I don't know if I can get it all in one frame for you. Can you see that? So I'll get closer. And this one is actually based off of just really like thoughts that I needed to get out that I didn't feel like I could say because my therapist said that I was not in a place to start saying them yet because I wasn't in a safe place to do so. But I didn't feel like I could hold it in any longer. So I started crafting this one. And this one, like, there's the bed that also kind of looks like there's a door behind it, even though it's not. It's just a scratch on the wall. And then this light that goes up towards here, which is actually a picture of a cave that I put behind there. And then this whole section right here, it's kind of smoky and reminds me of a lot of like just various environments that I'd been in growing up, and all around the whole thing is dark, and then there's this figure next to the bed, and everything around the bed is unsafe and scary and not a place that you can be, and there's another figure. But when I was young, my bedroom would be the one place that I would run to be safe. And when everything else was scary, like everything outside was scary, but I could be in my room. And then it turned into that my room wasn't a safe place to be either. And so that was this one. That was the first one I did. The second one is right here, which is actually on a smaller canvas. And let's see if you can see that. So this one is it's acrylic paint. There's wire. It's collage. There's beading in it. This is all like dried extra paint. So is this. This is actually, this figure right here is a female, which normally I don't put faces, recognizable faces in my work, but I really like the picture of this girl, and then using the wire to have her trapped, and then I don't know if you can see it or not, like these are beads. All that's beading, leading out into the cave. And so how this spawned was my therapist was really into, all of my therapists have been like, you should journal, you should journal. Well, I really dislike writing. I'm very good at writing. I greatly dislike it. And so I was like, I'm going to go back to collages. So this is a collage from my first IOP group, and the topic was self-care. And so this is essentially, this is me all wrapped up in all of the things that I do that are my quote-unquote self-care that aren't health. It's not healthy self-care, but like my bulimia and my dissociation and all of those things that I do that I do to take care of myself. And really, all I have to do is turn around and walk out of this cave. All I have to do is turn around, and I know what to do to do better. I know what my therapists have said to try. I know like the grounding techniques and the things to try to do to get yourself through without being stuck in my, just wired up bundled shit. But it's really hard to just turn around and walk out because this is what I'm so used to and this is what I know. And even though I'm so close, I just can't turn around. So I know these really aren't coming out very well. They're hard to video. They look a lot better in real life, but this is what I've got for the first one. So that was the first group. Second group, last week, we did trust and safety, and I didn't feel like I couldn't find a way to do trust and safety on the same piece, and I didn't really feel like it would do it justice if I did. So this one is trust. I don't know if you can see what this is or not. It's a shattered glass. And this one is acrylic and Mod Podge and string and magazines and beads. Like all these little things are these clear, like translucent beads. So here's the whole thing from far away, if you can see it. And I have these pieces that are ripped off, which are kind of like representative of all the times that I've tried to trust, and with me, like, trust doesn't last very long, and if you have in some way violated my trust, whether for real or just I perceive that you have, then it's gone. It's totally gone. And so trust that's been ripped away, and it just kind of left these like indelible marks. But this is just like the initial shock, the initial like shattering of that trust. And also in group that night, someone had said, people think that, like she had said that people that were her friends, if you had asked them, they would say, yeah, she trusts me. Absolutely, she trusts me. When in reality, this girl was like, I don't trust anybody. And it really rang true for me. My friends think that I trust them. My family thinks that I trust them. I don't trust a damn person. And so not only were the beads on top a way to accentuate the shattering glass, but also a way to kind of make it pretty and glittery and continue on with this facade that yes, that I do trust people. But in reality, it's just pretty looking. I really don't. So there's that. And then the second part we talked about that that night was safety. And here's safety. I don't know if you can get a good look at that. And I'll come in closer on this. This is also acrylic, and this is just acrylic, acrylic and like magazine cutouts, and this figure that's falling into a deeper and deeper darkness, more and more. It's the farther you go down, the more unsafe it is. And at one point, I was up here, where things were light and safe, and there's very little around to be unsafe. And then it just kept falling, and I can see these things around me that I would perceive as safe, but I can't stop falling, and the farther I go down, the deeper and darker it is. And I can't grab onto these safe things because it's like a free fall. It's really like Alice down the rabbit hole. So that's those are the pieces I have so far. Tonight's discussion was about coping mechanisms, which the conversation did not at all go as how I thought it would go. So that'll be an interesting piece. I am really in a good spot right now and feel very understood, and I think for the first time don't really feel crazy, like, 'cause I feel like here's these people who really do understand, and that's an interesting place to be for me because I've never actually been in that spot where I felt understood, truly. um, and not felt guilt or shame for the things that I do or the ways that I react. So, it's interesting. I have this thought where, I want. Initially, I think this. Initially, I think this week's collage would have been, something having to do with dissociation or not trusting or eating disorders or whatever. But, after leaving group and feeling so connected and understood, um, it might be different. So we'll see how that goes. But so that is there you go, little artwork for you.